Oh, what is up, everybody? Typoverse TV here today. So apparently, this invincibility mode in the Psychonauts 2 game is getting a lot of people triggered online. And this tweet went extremely viral because of this game having invincibility mode. I don't know why people are so triggered about how other people play games. It's completely ridiculous. Like, I literally don't care if someone else plays another video game. It's like, if this isn't like a MLG type of competition or Evo or some type of speed running competition, like why do you care if someone else plays a video game? I don't get it. So I don't know why this has so many people triggered. I'm like, just during this generation, like on a Switch, we had like at least two games I got right here. Yoshi's Woolly World, Yoshi's Crafted World, actually, where it's like you can once you start losing a lot in this game, they have an invincibility mode. I didn't see people complain about this. And even Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, which has, if you can see in the corner, a funky mode, which is simply added in this game on a Switch. So if you're losing a lot, the game helps you out. It's an invincibility mode as well. So I don't know why this one has people triggered. I don't know because Xbox. I don't get it. And it was like, and there's been other games before in the past that's probably had invincibility modes too. I know, especially like during the PS2 days, the GTA games have like cheat codes you can put in. I'm pretty sure one of them was invisibility mode. So I don't know why people are so triggered about this. It seems like every other month there's like some gatekeeping going on in gaming where people are like, hey, if you play on easy mode, you're not a real gamer. If you use invincibility mode, you're not a real gamer. Why do you care what somebody does in the comfort of their own home on the game that they bought? Like, why do you care so much? I definitely don't care what difficulty you play on. It doesn't affect me. I'm not buying your games. Like, why does it affect? I don't understand how that affects people so much. But let's read some of these comments because people are talking about this. Like, this is doing. Like I said, this tweet went pretty viral. Like, look at the quote tweets. I think like 1.5 people quoted on, talked on, put a message on this too. So this is definitely going pretty viral right now. So this guy says, I wholly welcome this. My disabled nephew will really benefit from this sort of option, as would other non-gamers in the family who might find an easy way to try out gaming. Yeah, like he gave two examples. Like he has someone who's disabled in his family, and he has people who aren't really gamers that they want to try the game out. It's like, why is this a big thing that's an eventually mode ad? Like, why does that affect you? Like, it doesn't affect you at all. Like, people, I don't understand how people care so much how other people play video games. It's just weird to me. Really ain't easy mode enough. Back then, invincibility was something you could get as a cheat code or after beating the game. Where's the fun of this anyway? No challenge equals no game. Like, look at this guy right here. Like, it truly bothers people that you can play on, that you can have invincibility mode. Like, why do you care? One of the most well-known video game features known outside of the hobby is the Konami code. It was in a Disney/Pixar movie. Sonic 2 had a debug mode where you could turn on supersonic, literally toggling invincibility. None of these required beating the game. All roguelike games should implement this feature, hence Demon Souls, Bloodborne, etc. Removing the difficulty defeats the entire purpose of those games. That's like a driving game where the car steals and breaks itself for you. I don't, well, I guess. I don't think so. Because people were saying the same thing about adding an easier difficulty into Bloodborne, saying it's going to ruin the game. When they made the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game, that showed that's false. It's like that's the same type of game as the Bloodborne Dark Souls games. And it has a difficulty slider, so you can literally change the difficulty of that Star Wars game, which is the same premise of the Bloodborne Dark Souls game. So that myth was debunked. And people still clamor about the Star Wars games. So people saying the game loses identity because there's a difficulty slider or there's an invincibility mode. You just simply don't have. It's an option you don't have to use. So it doesn't damage the game's integrity or whatever nonsense they want to say. So not sure I'm okay with this since there's no challenge. Then what's the point? You don't have to use that option. They acting like people are forcing you to use an option. If you don't want to use it, don't use it. It's like, who cares? Everyone's acting like this is a crazy idea for babies. Apparently, it was born after the Xbox 360 God mode, infinite ammo, all items, etc. used to be like completely standard before achievements ruined everything. And if they didn't, you just buy a Game Shark. Yeah, facts. It's like this stuff used to be in the games consistent, like infinite ammo, all items, God mode, which is invincibility. Yeah, he's like, what he's saying is pure facts. Like this was in the games before the whole achievement thing started. And then you have the whole option of Game Shark as well, or they call it Game Shark, Game Genie. Had different names, but it was like pretty much a device you use to put cheat codes on. So, yeah, Why are people bugging out about this? It's a toggle. If you don't want it, just don't turn it on. This guy needs a round of applause for this. It's like if you don't want to use it, just don't turn it on. It's that simple. Accessibility is a good thing. Like, I don't understand people freaking out about this. Like, this is just ridiculous. Not to engage in the Discord, but I find it hilarious that no Gamergate type gets mad about this sort of feature when it's referred to as a cheat code rather than accessibility setting. Because it's not an accessibility setting, overcoming the challenge is the essence of games. Cheat codes are also an old class for games, and it's nostalgic to see them in newer games. It's more fun to type in airheads and get bigger. I don't know, okay. Are people really afraid of trial and error in video games? Y'all know there are no real life consequences in the games. Maybe people don't want to put like an hour into a certain area of a game to keep having problems in. Like, especially for like a puzzle, and I'm having a lot of problem in. Okay, so when I play games that got puzzles, and it's like at least it's taking me a little while to beat this puzzle. It's like to actually finish the puzzle. I just look it up on YouTube, bro. I'm not spending hours of my life on a video game being stuck on a puzzle. That's like I'm not. That just sounds insane to me. Why would you waste hours? You could just look it up. Like after like 20 minutes of me not being able to solve a puzzle, I just look it up on YouTube at that point. Like it's like I pay for the game. You're not gonna tell me how to play the game. It's like I'm not getting paid to I'm not getting paid to play the game like the I guess the straight arrow way. It's like, are you kidding me? And it says, and yet from software can put a single difficulty option in their games. This guy had a lot of responses to it, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people are probably pissed off at this guy's responses. I was like, I kind of want to let's see what people are saying about this one. All you have to do is learn enemy patterns and adapt accordingly. That's not fun for me. Muted the thread. Soulsborne fans are some of the sensitive gatekeepers in the gaming community. Be better. Yeah, these are some of the most elitist gamers on earth, bro. It's like I don't know. They just circle jerk each other about they completed these Dark Souls and Souls games. It's just ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. Like you beat a game, big whoop de doo, bro. They really like they like the elite gamers just because they beat one genre of a video game. Meanwhile, these people aren't competing like MOG. They're not doing anything where you get money from doing it. That's what I'm trying to say. They're not doing any type of competitions where you actually making money from it. So I'm like these guys are truly these are definitely like one of the worst gaming fan bases this Dark Souls community. The people who be like get good, if you type in that when you complain about the difficulty. Um, get good, learn to play the damn game. I was asked in Breath of the Wild until I learned how to play the damn game. Some games have enemies who are bullet sponges. Okay. I can, so why can't you type logic? Some people just can't, and it's an optional setting. You don't know it exists. Disabled young children, old people that never played games before. This can all apply to them, and they don't enjoy gaming enough to have it as a hobby. The same mentality as hackers. I don't have time to learn the fundamentals. I'll just turn on my software else. I understand this is a harm of the player's experience, but it still seems weak to me. Okay. What's weak is being offended by a feature that's not intended for you. And a single player game no less, how absolutely fragile. Like literally you don't even have to see this option. Like why would you care? Like you really have to go to the settings option to turn this option on to actually see the option. Like why does it affect you? That's like with the whole Dark Souls player base too. It's like literally why does people making a Dark Souls difficulty like putting it on easy or medium affect you from like the standard difficulty? Why does that affect you? If you like the Dark Souls games how they are, then why would a easy difficulty affect you? You won't play them there, right? So it is just these people who just like the gatekeep. I really want to know what mentality these people really are like. They really gatekeep video games. It's just weird. Uh, while the hand holding of video games continues, what's next? The game will play itself. All these replies are so toxic. There are games where death does not happen, and they're still good. And being invincible can mean a few things. Can you still fall in areas where there are pits? Are you invulnerable to enemies but still have to strategize to beat them? Pretty sure every game ever made has death in it. There has to be a way to fail, or else it's not a game at all. I will only accept that they have the invincibility toggle in a code or maybe a hard to memorize sequence of button presses that get shown in magazines. Okay. Shouldn't it be called the journalist toggle? Really, this isn't a Soulsborne game. If you need help on this game, well, that's just sad. Look at these responses. Why is that sad? You might need help on the game. Everyone should be able to enjoy games. There aren't just regular games, they're from software games. Kids, disabled gamers, and so on will benefit from the fun without the stress. Great move. Everyone should be able to play and enjoy games regardless of their disabilities. I love for my 71-year-old dad to be able to pick up and play games even though he has no experience with them. Models like this will let him do that. But then you're not playing the game. Just watch a YouTube playthrough with or without commentary. I'm curious if these people who will say something like this will say that in real life. I'm just curious. Like this dude's telling you about his father being able to play the game. You're gonna say, just don't play the game. Then watch the YouTube playthrough. Like people actually say this in real life. This just sounds like, that sounds completely insane to me. Like just to say that to a person who just made the statement like this. That's just bizarre to me. That's not how easy modes should have to be implemented, in my opinion, but it's their game and they're entitled to make it however they're like. Maybe it's for disabled people. Imagine paying $60+ for a movie, lol. Imagine spending your free God-given time thinking about how other people play their games. Like, that is crazy. I would not. Why does that affect you when other people play video games? Like, why does that affect you? These people literally probably lose sleep at night thinking about how other people play their video games. If somebody put a cheat code in, or somebody put on easy difficulty, it literally affects these people. It's just bizarre to me. When you see people having fun using invincibility mode in a game they bought, even though you already told them how awful it is, quit having fun. Let's see. If you want zero challenge in a game, then why play games? Why not watch a movie or a TV show? Guys, literally a mode put in for people with disabilities to enjoy. You can still play it normally, relax. That's good, especially for games that aren't meant to be difficult. I just hope devs don't start doing this in games from Soulsborne genre because difficulty is part of the experience. I hope literally every Soulsborne dev does this. I hope they do it too, just to piss these dudes off. I really hope they do too, just to piss these guys off so much. I mean, wouldn't invincibility make it boring? If you can't die, there's no threat. Psychonaut has a fair amount of platforming, so one consequence for failure in that regard is inconvenience. Let's see. Imagine being so soft that the existence of an invincibility mode hurts your fees. I play PC games, lol. Any game with a developer console has invincibility as an option already. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure if you play on PC, most of the games have like invincibility modes or like mods. So I don't understand people just figuring out about this, bro. It's just weird. Uh, yeah, it's definitely weird. But I'm gonna include it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below on this type of topic, like this whole invincibility mode is having people freak out about this game. When it's like we had previous games, so many games before had this mode and people didn't freak out before, but they're freaking out now. So I don't know. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you like this video. As always, thanks for watching and peace.